There comes a moment in every life when the ordinary is stripped away and the extraordinary is revealed. A moment when you realize that you are not here by chance, but by divine appointment. You have been marked, not just with a name or a title, but with a purpose so powerful, so intentional, that it can change the course of your life and impact generations to come. Today I want to tell you this. You are the chosen one. The Spirit has set you apart, and what lies ahead is greater than anything you have ever imagined. This is your season of destiny, your moment to rise, and your call to walk boldly in the path God has prepared just for you. Let us begin. To truly grasp the weight of the phrase, "You are chosen," we must begin by acknowledging one undeniable truth. Your existence here and now is no accident. You are not the product of random chance or mere circumstance. There is a divine purpose that intricately weaves your story into the fabric of history. Being chosen is not something that happens by human will or through worldly achievement. It is a supernatural appointment ordained by the Creator Himself. This is a reality that transcends logic and reason. It is a spiritual truth embedded deep within your spirit. Many wander through life searching for meaning, asking questions like, "Why am I here?" or "What is my purpose?" The answers often feel elusive, hidden behind walls of doubt and discouragement. But when you recognize that you have been chosen, that you carry a divine mark upon your spirit, everything changes. Your life is no longer a puzzle waiting to be solved. It becomes a deliberate design, an intentional plan set in motion before time began. Your very breath, your challenges, your triumphs, all have been orchestrated by a higher power who sees beyond what human eyes can perceive. To be chosen means you have been singled out from the crowd for a special assignment. You are not just part of the masses, you are part of a select group called to fulfill a mission that only you can accomplish. This is not a title you earn through effort alone. It is a destiny written by God's hand. When God chooses, He does so with full knowledge of who you are, who you can become, and what you are meant to impact. The divine selection is not based on worldly standards of success or popularity, but on the hidden potential within you and the eternal significance of your calling. It is essential to understand that being chosen places you in a category separate from the ordinary. It is a spiritual marking that sets you apart, a calling that gives your life unique value and meaning. This mark is not something visible to the eye, but is impressed deeply upon your spirit. It is the anointing that equips you to fulfill your God-ordained purpose. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see yourself through the lens of destiny rather than deficiency. You realize that the setbacks you have faced, the seasons of waiting, and even the moments of pain have been part of God's preparation for the work He has assigned you. Too often, people measure their worth by temporary circumstances, their job, their social status, or their past mistakes. But the mark of the chosen one transcends all of these external factors. It is a divine fingerprint on your spirit that says, "You are mine and I have a plan for your life." When you internalize this, you move from a place of insecurity into a place of confidence and assurance. You no longer need to prove your value to others, because your value has already been established by the Creator of the universe. Being chosen also means that you are connected to something far greater than yourself. Your life is intertwined with the unfolding of God's kingdom on earth. You are part of a grand narrative that stretches beyond your personal story linking you to generations past and those yet to come. This connection brings with it a deep sense of responsibility and privilege. It means that your actions, your faith, and your obedience have eternal consequences. The mark on your spirit is a call to live intentionally, to walk with purpose, and to understand that you are an instrument in God's hands for transformation in the world. It is important to remember that this divine appointment is not a guarantee of an easy life. Being chosen does not exempt you from trials or challenges. In fact, the path of the chosen often includes moments of testing designed to strengthen your spirit and prepare you for the magnitude of your calling. These seasons are necessary to build resilience, to deepen your dependence on God, and to refine your character. They are not punishments, but part of the process of being shaped into a vessel worthy of the assignment given to you. When you accept that you have been marked in the Spirit, your perspective on hardship changes. You begin to see difficulties as part of the divine training that will equip you to handle greater responsibility. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a victor in the making. The divine selection means that every experience you encounter serves a purpose in the larger plan God has for your life. Living with the awareness of being chosen also affects how you interact with the world. It calls you to live boldly, to walk in confidence, and to lead with integrity. You are no longer bound by fear or limitation because you know that the Spirit that marked you is greater than any obstacle you face. This knowledge empowers you to step into your destiny with faith and courage, knowing that the one who chose you will never abandon you. To be chosen is to be divinely appointed for a purpose that is greater than yourself. It is a supernatural calling that marks your spirit and sets you apart for a destiny crafted by the hand of God. Your life is not a random event, but a strategic move in the eternal plan of the Almighty. Understanding this truth transforms your identity, reshapes your perspective, and empowers you to walk confidently into the future that has been prepared just for you. The moment you truly grasp the reality that the Spirit has placed a mark upon you, everything about your identity shifts. This mark is not something you earned through human effort, nor is it an invisible label that goes unnoticed. It is a powerful divine seal placed upon your life by the Spirit of God Himself. This mark is the anointing that sets you apart from the ordinary and establishes your uniqueness in the spiritual realm and in the natural world. It is a supernatural signature that confirms your calling, your authority, and your destiny. This seal of the Spirit is more than just a symbol. It is a tangible reality that manifests in your life in many ways. You can see it in the gifts that flow through you. Gifts that are not random talents, but God-given abilities designed specifically for the purpose you are called to fulfill. Whether it is wisdom, discernment, leadership, creativity, or compassion, these gifts are the evidence of the anointing on your life. They are tools given by the Spirit to empower you to influence your environment and to fulfill your divine assignment. But the mark of the Spirit is not limited to gifts alone. It extends to your destiny, the path laid out before you, illuminated by God's hand. This mark sets you on a trajectory that aligns with your unique purpose. It is the invisible thread that pulls you forward, often even before you are fully aware of what lies ahead. The Spirit's seal positions you in the right places at the right times, opening doors and creating opportunities that cannot be explained by chance or coincidence. It is the divine GPS guiding you toward the fulfillment of your God-ordained destiny. This anointing also grants you authority. When the Spirit marks you, you are given a level of spiritual authority that allows you to influence, to lead, and to bring about transformation in the lives of others. This is not authority based on titles or positions given by man, but authority recognized in the spiritual realm, a power that breaks chains, heals wounds, and shifts atmospheres. The mark of the Spirit equips you to confront darkness with light, to challenge the status quo, and to stand firm in the face of opposition, because you know your authority is backed by divine power. Furthermore, this seal is visible in your impact on the world around you. Those anointed by the Spirit do not exist in isolation. Their lives ripple outward, affecting families, communities, nations, and even generations to come. The mark makes you a conduit for God's purposes on earth, a channel through which blessings flow to others. It is this anointing that draws people to you, inspires them, and ignites a passion within them to pursue their own destinies. Your presence carries weight, your words carry power, and your actions carry eternal significance. It's important to recognize that the mark of the Spirit also means you will stand apart and sometimes be misunderstood or challenged, because God's anointing often places you on a different path than the majority. This separation is not meant to isolate you, but to preserve your destiny and protect the sacredness of your calling. The mark is a reminder that you have been set apart for a purpose higher than conformity or acceptance by the world. It is a call to remain true to your divine identity, regardless of external pressures. The seal of the Spirit also brings clarity in moments of confusion. When life seems uncertain and decisions feel overwhelming, the mark on your spirit is a guiding light. It provides inner peace and assurance that you are walking in alignment with God's will. This anointing helps you discern truth from deception, direction from distraction, and purpose from mere activity. It anchors you in the knowledge that you are not wandering aimlessly, but moving intentionally toward what God has prepared for you. Living with this mark means embracing your identity as a chosen vessel. It is a daily reminder that you carry within you a power greater than any challenge, a calling more significant than any fear, and a destiny that no one can steal or diminish. It calls you to walk boldly, to live authentically, and to operate from a place of confidence rooted in divine approval. As you begin to recognize and embrace the mark of the Spirit on your life, you will start to experience a shift. Doors that once seemed closed will open. Opportunities that felt out of reach will become accessible. Your influence will expand, and your impact will multiply. The anointing that sets you apart will activate your destiny in ways you never imagined possible. This mark is your spiritual identity card, your proof that you are chosen, empowered, and sent to fulfill a purpose far beyond the ordinary. Before the full manifestation of your purpose unfolds, you must come to terms with a profound truth. Preparation precedes promotion. This preparation often comes in the form of trials, tests, and seasons of difficulty that at first may seem like setbacks or punishments, but they are not meant to break you or to discourage you. Rather, they are the refining fires that strengthen your character, deepen your faith, and prepare you for the weight of the calling upon your life. The journey of the chosen one is rarely smooth. The path is designed by the divine to shape you into the person who can carry the responsibility of your destiny. Just as gold must pass through fire to be purified, so too must you pass through challenges to emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient. These seasons of testing are deliberate. They are essential stages in your growth that cannot be skipped or rushed. They prepare you not only to succeed, but to sustain success without losing sight of who you are and what you stand for. Many stumble at this point because they misunderstand trials. When difficulties arise, it's easy to feel abandoned or to question your worthiness. But in reality, every test is a divine assignment aimed at building strength in your spirit and fortitude in your character. It is during these times that your faith is stretched and stretched again until it becomes unshakable. Your confidence shifts from a reliance on circumstances or human approval to an unwavering trust in God's promises and timing. The refining process also reveals your true nature. When pressure comes, who you are at your core surfaces. This season exposes weaknesses that need to be addressed and uncovers hidden strengths that will carry you forward. The fire purifies your intentions, clears away distractions, and sharpens your focus. It teaches patience, perseverance, and humility, qualities that are indispensable for anyone who will lead or influence others. It is important to recognize that these trials are not random acts of cruelty or oversight. They are purposeful moments designed by God to train you for what lies ahead. Just as a skilled craftsman carefully shapes and molds his creation, so the divine is shaping you through these experiences. Each test you face is an opportunity to grow closer to God, to deepen your understanding of His ways, and to develop the resilience necessary to fulfill your calling. The refining season also prepares you to handle success with grace and responsibility. Promotion without preparation often leads to downfall because the person is not ready for the increased responsibility or influence. But when you allow yourself to be refined, you develop the wisdom and strength to lead well, to inspire others, and to make decisions that honor your purpose. The refining process equips you to bear the burdens of leadership without being crushed by them. Another critical aspect of this season is the development of your spiritual maturity. Testing often brings you to your knees, forcing you to depend on God more than ever before. It removes your self-sufficiency and replaces it with reliance on divine strength. This dependency cultivates intimacy with God, deepens your prayer life, and enhances your spiritual discernment. Because through this you are not only prepared externally but transformed internally, becoming a vessel fit for the glory and honor you are destined to carry. It is also during these times that your vision becomes clearer. While you may have glimpsed your purpose earlier, the refining fires reveal new layers of understanding and insight. The tests sharpen your focus, clarify your mission, and ignite a deeper passion for what you are called to do. You emerge from this season not only prepared, but more determined, more focused, and more equipped to step into the fullness of your destiny. Remember, the testing and refining season is temporary. It is a chapter in your story, not the whole book. When you persevere through this process, you come out stronger on the other side, ready for the promotion that is waiting for you. You will look back and realize that every trial was a stepping stone toward the greatness you were created to achieve. This period is a sacred time of preparation. It is God's way of ensuring that when the doors of promotion open, you enter with integrity, strength, and a heart fully aligned with His will. Embrace the refining fires, endure the tests, and trust that this preparation is necessary for the glorious future that awaits you. When you stand at the crossroads of change, looking back at the struggles and seasons you've endured, it's natural to wonder if the next chapter will truly be better. But here is a truth that must anchor your heart. What is coming next in your life is divinely orchestrated, and it is greater than anything you have left behind. The next season that God has prepared for you far surpasses your past struggles, limitations, and disappointments. This is not wishful thinking or empty hope. This is a promise grounded in the sovereignty of God's perfect timing. Too often we become impatient or disheartened because we compare where we are now with where we want to be or where we've been. We forget that the process of moving from one season to another is always guided by divine wisdom, not human haste. The enemy would have you believe that because things have been difficult, the future will be the same. But this is a lie designed to keep you stuck, to blind you from seeing the blessings that are on their way. Your breakthrough is imminent, and it is coming exactly when it is supposed to. Divine timing means that God is not early and He is not late. He is always on time. Even when circumstances suggest otherwise, even when your waiting feels long and your patience wears thin, God's clock is perfectly synchronized with your destiny. The delays you experience are not denials. They are preparations. They are the space God uses to align everything in your favor. The storms you have weathered are not without purpose. They have been setting the stage for a miraculous shift that will eclipse all former struggles. This next season you are stepping into is filled with favor, increase, and new opportunities. What you have left behind, the pain, the setbacks, the closed doors, will no longer define you. Instead, they become the foundation on which your future success is built. God's hand is moving in ways you cannot yet see, orchestrating connections, opening doors, and releasing blessings that will elevate you beyond your past limitation. Trusting God's timing requires faith and patience, but it also requires a mindset shift. Instead of dwelling on what you've lost or the time you've spent waiting, start focusing on the promise of what is ahead. Believe that the divine plan for your life is unfolding even now. Each day you walk in faith, you are drawing closer to the moment when everything changes. Your breakthrough will not come too early, leaving you unprepared, nor too late, causing missed opportunities. It will come precisely when you're ready to receive it and use it for your highest good and God's glory. It's also important to recognize that divine timing often involves seasons of transition, times when old things must fall away to make room for the new. These seasons can be uncomfortable, uncertain, and even painful, but they are necessary to clear the path for the blessings that are on their way. When you surrender to God's timing, you allow Him to remove what no longer serves your purpose, making space for the greater things He has planned. Remember, God's timing is never out of sync with your destiny. When you trust in His perfect schedule, you avoid unnecessary frustration and discouragement. You begin to walk confidently into your future, knowing that every delay, every pause, every moment of waiting is part of a divine choreography designed to bring you into a season of unprecedented breakthrough. Your next season is not just good, it is greater, richer, and more fulfilling than anything you have experienced before. What lies ahead will outmatch your past struggles, limitations, and disappointments. So hold fast to your faith, keep your eyes fixed on the promise, and prepare your heart to receive the blessings that are coming. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is on its way, and it will be worth every moment of waiting. Being chosen is a privilege, a sacred honor that sets you apart for a divine purpose. But it is not merely about the privilege of selection. It is equally about the profound responsibility that accompanies this calling. To be chosen means you are entrusted with a leadership role, not necessarily in titles or positions, but in spirit and character. Leadership in this context is a divine mandate, calling you to lead with humility, integrity, and boldness. It is a leadership that serves others, uplifts communities, and impacts the world around you in meaningful and lasting ways. Leadership in the Spirit begins with humility. True leadership is never about self-exaltation or seeking praise. It is about recognizing that your authority and influence are gifts from a higher power, and that you are accountable for how you wield them. Humility keeps your heart grounded, reminding you that you are a servant first. When you lead with humility, you prioritize the needs of others above your own ambitions. You listen more than you speak, seek to understand before being understood, and place yourself in the position of a servant leader. This kind of leadership attracts respect and trust because people sense authenticity and a heart that genuinely cares. Integrity is the cornerstone of spiritual leadership. Being chosen means you represent more than just yourself. You represent the values and principles of the kingdom you serve. Your words and actions must align consistently, reflecting honesty, transparency, and moral courage. Integrity is about doing what is right, even when no one is watching, and standing firm in your convictions despite pressure to compromise. When you lead with integrity, you become a beacon of trustworthiness and reliability, inspiring others to follow not just because of what you say, but because of who you are. Boldness is the third vital attribute of leadership for the chosen one. Boldness does not mean recklessness or arrogance. It means having the courage to step forward in faith, to speak truth even when it is unpopular, and to take risks for the sake of your calling. The mark of the chosen often places you in situations where you must stand alone or confront challenges that test your resolve. Boldness empowers you to move beyond fear, doubt, and hesitation. It drives you to act decisively, lead courageously, and inspire those around you to rise above their limitations. Leadership in the Spirit is fundamentally about service. You are called to uplift those within your sphere of influence, to mentor, encourage, and empower others to discover their own calling and potential. Your leadership should cultivate an environment where others feel valued, supported, and equipped to succeed. This is not leadership that demands control or domination, but one that fosters growth, collaboration, and shared vision. It is leadership that builds community and leaves a legacy of transformation. Being chosen also means that you carry a responsibility beyond your immediate circle. Your influence, whether large or small, has ripple effects that can shape families, communities, and even nations. Your decisions, attitudes, and actions set examples that others watch and emulate. This is why spiritual leadership demands accountability, not just to those you lead, but ultimately to the one who appointed you. You must constantly evaluate your motives and conduct, ensuring that your leadership honors the sacred trust placed upon you. Leadership in the Spirit requires continual growth and self-reflection. The journey of the chosen is a lifelong process of learning, adapting, and refining your character. It demands prayerful dependence on divine guidance, seeking wisdom beyond your own understanding. It means embracing challenges as opportunities to strengthen your leadership skills and deepen your faith. The responsibility of being chosen is not a burden to be feared, but a privilege to be embraced with dedication and passion. Remember, true leadership is transformative. It changes lives, breaks cycles of despair, and ignites hope where there was none. As a chosen one, you are called to be a leader who embodies the very heart of God, one who leads with love, compassion, and justice. Your leadership is a testament to the power of the Spirit working through you, a living example that greatness in the kingdom is measured by service and sacrifice, not by titles or acclaim. The responsibility of the chosen is great, but so is the reward. When you lead with humility, integrity, and boldness, you not only fulfill your divine mandate, you become a catalyst for change, a light in darkness, and a source of hope for generations to come. This is the calling of the chosen, to lead not just for themselves, but for the elevation and empowerment of all those entrusted to their care. To manifest your destiny is to move beyond dreams and aspirations into the realm of purposeful action, walking boldly in the authority and influence that has been granted to you by the Spirit. This is the next crucial step in your journey as one who has been chosen and marked in the Spirit. It is not enough to know that you are called or to understand the anointing upon your life. You must rise and step fully into your God-ordained destiny with confidence, clarity, and courage. Walking in your destiny means embracing the authority that the Spirit has placed within you. This authority is not derived from human sources, titles, wealth, or connections, but from the divine power imparted to you. It is a spiritual authority that breaks chains, liberates the oppressed, and transforms environments. When you step into this authority, you are no longer a victim of circumstance or limitation. You become a force for change, equipped to confront challenges head-on and to dismantle the barriers that hinder progress, not only in your life, but in the lives of those you influence. This authority carries with it a responsibility to act decisively and purposefully. The Spirit empowers you to speak words of life that inspire hope, to make decisions that align with divine wisdom, and to lead initiatives that bring about lasting impact. When you walk in this power, your presence alone shifts atmospheres. Doors open where there were walls. Hearts soften where there was resistance. Nations and communities can feel the ripple effect of your influence as you lead with divine insight and courage. Manifesting your destiny also means recognizing the scope of your influence. It is broader than you might imagine, extending beyond your immediate surroundings into realms that shape cultures, economies, and future generations. The legacy you are called to build is not just for today. It is a heritage that will outlive you. The lives you touch, the values you instill, and the breakthroughs you pioneer will become the foundation for others to rise and continue the work you have begun. Confidence is key as you walk this path. Confidence rooted in the Spirit's anointing assures you that you are equipped for every challenge ahead. It silences the doubts that whisper, "You're not enough," and replaces fear with boldness. This confidence is not arrogance, but a humble assurance that you are empowered by a power greater than yourself. It allows you to move forward even when the road is uncertain, knowing that you do not walk alone. Manifesting your destiny is an active journey. It requires faith in action, taking steps that align with your calling, making sacrifices when necessary, and persevering through obstacles. The Spirit provides guidance and strength, but you must respond with obedience and determination. Each step you take in faith builds momentum, bringing you closer to the full expression of your purpose. As you continue to walk in authority and influence, remember that your destiny is intertwined with the greater good. You are called not only to achieve personal success, but to uplift others, to be a catalyst for transformation, and to contribute to the advancement of a kingdom that transcends earthly boundaries. Your legacy will be measured by the impact you have on the lives of others and the lasting change you inspire. Embrace this moment as the turning point where you no longer hesitate or hold back. Step into your destiny fully, knowing that the Spirit who marked you has equipped you to fulfill your purpose with excellence. Walk with the boldness of one who carries divine authority, and watch as chains are broken, nations are inspired, and a legacy is created that will echo through generations. This is the fulfillment of the promise. This is your destiny manifested in power and purpose. As you stand on the threshold of this new season, remember this: greatness is not found in comfort, but in courage. You have been chosen, not by accident, but by design. Marked by the Spirit, prepared by the fire, and empowered by divine authority, you are called to a destiny that demands boldness, humility, and unwavering faith. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. So rise up, step forward with confidence, and fulfill your purpose. Your breakthrough is here, your legacy is beginning, and your time to shine has come. Walk in the fullness of who you are, because you were created to lead, to inspire, and to change the world. The chosen one has arrived. Now, go and claim what is rightfully yours.